Mozambique, yeah.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cash, and I'm here today to convince you. I'm here today to try to convince you that the Mozambique is not the worst gun in the game. I'm actually here to convince you that it's another gun. It is the P2020. I hate that gun just as much as I hate the alternator, but I think this gun specifically is trash. Now, many people have said that, you know, the Mozambique, it's only 15 damage, 45 only. Now, I will say that, hey, it only has 3 rounds. It has a decently long reload animation. I'll show you guys the difference between the reload of the P2020 versus the Mozambique. The P2020 is quicker. It also has more rounds. The P2020 on base has 10 ammo, doing about 12 damage to body. So that's, you know, 120 damage if you hit all shots. My argument is going to be that you are not gonna hit all your shots. I'm gonna go as far as to say you're gonna hit about, you know, even if you were to hit half, you know, that's only 50 damage. Meanwhile, at least if you somewhat miss with the Mozambique, you're gonna do some damage. I'm gonna have a few examples popping off on the side in the screen in front of you guys, but at least there is something that you do, some damage, and then you can finish off with a punch, like a hit to the side 15, then 30 to the body off the punch, that's 45, or 45 to the punch, that's 75, you know, stuff like that. Now, me personally, I think shotguns are better early game because people are up close most of the time. I'm gonna say most of the time because obviously there's situations where for some reason you hot drop and there's a guy on top with the longbow already for some reason. I'm talking about most of the time you're dropping in and everyone is scavenging for weapons. What weapon do you want to have? I would rather have the Mozambique than the P2020 because I hit him 2 times, that's 90 damage if I hit body, and then a punch, he's dead. If he has shields, I can use all the clips and then a punch. You know what I'm saying? You know, obviously if he has purple or gold for some reason, you know, like bless the heavens that you're probably gonna die. Yeah, the P2020 has 10 rounds, the Mozambique has 3, and the Peacekeeper has this many rounds. The reload speed has this has this much speed. It sounds like I'm doing the Nas verse.
Jesus died at age 33. That's 33 shots from twin Glocks and 16 apiece. That's 32, which means one of my guns was holding 17. 27 hit your crew, 6 went it to you.
The reason I'm really actually making this video is because I'm trying to convince people that not to just skip over the gun because it's deemed the worst gun in the game. I think that if you had to choose between, which I've actually heard this, by the way, that people will tell you to not pick up the gun at all, that you're better off using your fist. And I'm like, hell no, you're not. What? Now, I would say maybe you want to hit your shots and then do punches, but to not pick up a gun at all, even if you want to see how long it takes to reload, the reload is a decent amount of time, I'd have to say, for a shotty. But hey, that's the reload. Like, every gun has like a little decent reload animation. The reload of the P2020 is very good. With extended magazines, since it is a light weapon, it has you can extend the magazines, you can get a decent amount of attachments on it. But that's like endgame, and I would say for endgame, you don't want the Mozambique. If you don't want the P2020, you want way better guns endgame, unless you're trying to do a challenge of some sort. Now, another reason why I think people hate the Mozambique is because it is a shotgun. I remember the Peacekeeper, around the time when the game was first getting popular, people were saying that even the Peacekeeper was not good. And I'm like, what? Nani? The thing about all shotguns in the game is that you have to aim for center mass. You have to aim for center mass. Now, I don't know if you guys know what that means. What it does mean is that you're aiming primarily for the body. You can even aim for the dick, the waist, you know, any place like that. Or, you know, you could aim for the vagina. Whatever you want to aim for, but you don't aim for the head. Now, as I'll show, as you've probably seen, and as I'll show, there are headshots. If you get headshots with a shotgun, it's really good, especially if all the little pellets hit. It's a lot of damage. The headshot from the Mozambique is doing like 66, which is really good. But, and as you can see, the headshots for all the other guns, but, you know, it's not it's not optimal to do so with a shotgun, especially like I said, I'm going to showcase a lot of stuff here. It's just not optimal. Aim for the body, get the most damage, and then they'll have to rethink, and they're going to be nervous because they just took like 60 damage, 40 damage. I mean, look at the Eva. Eva's doing 63 body hit. That's good, and it's automatic. And I don't hear anyone talk about the Eva. It's just because no one wants to mess with the shotguns. They'd rather have the mid to long range weapons. They'd rather have the wingman. 45 damage per shot, but pretty much regardless where you hit them, except the head, which it then bumps up to crazy amounts. Like it's just, woo. It's funny because you would think that a shotgun pistol would be doing 90 damage to the head. But you know, who makes these games? Now look at this clip. Now my aim is pretty garbage, let's be honest. I'm spazzing out. And to my solid defense, my only defense here is that I am playing through my XSplit screen. I'm not playing on my monitor right now because I want to make sure that it's recording. When I'm doing all this, it's actually recording. That's the only saving grace I have. But look at a gunfight with a P2020 and just look at how difficult it is to lay consistent damage and put the person away. Now I've seen people, this is the same thing I've seen with, you know, automatic weapons, but golly, it's like you shoot, there's cover, the duck in between cover, and you know, you have to hit all these shots. If you don't hit all these shots, man, there's nothing's gonna happen. You're screwed. You might as well have got a shotgun, hit him once, duck behind the cover, hit him again, you know, wishwise, hit him with the swerve, the left, right, and then boom, finish him off. That's just personally how I like to play, so that's why I'm making the video, trying to represent for my shotgun family. I love the shotgun family. It's all about the shotties to the body. I could care less. It's either shotties or snipers. Like that's me. But you know, we all know a nice good automatic is where people mostly want to sit at. But just let me entertain you with the shotguns, man. You gotta have a good up close, man. It just ends fights. 110 to the chest. You're done. That's so much damage. You guys have felt it. You landed. You got a weapon. They got the Peacekeeper. You got one shot. That's it. That's it. And of course, I just want to end off this video just asking you guys, what do you guys consider the worst weapon in the game? Do you actually think it's the Mozambique? Now I know everyone has different preferences of the best gun, the worst gun, but what is your worst gun in the game? Like, actually, to be honest, I never even pick up the 2020 because I really do hate it. But the other gun that I actually hate is the alternator. And I've always, because I start off with it has 18 rounds, it depletes in like 2 seconds, if not less, and then you're reloading. And I'm like, oh, it's probably a really good gun with an extended mag, but I'm like, yo, I never have an extended mag when I have an alternator, and by that time I'm switching the gun. So those two are actually on my shit list. But what guns are on your shit list? And let me know in the comments below. If you guys didn't know from my solo mode video, I respond to everybody. So just feel free to drop as much of your opinion on me as well. Please be respectful. Even if you're not, I'm still gonna respond. And I learned a lot from that solo mode video because I learned that, you know, how many people were having so many bad experiences. Now I had actually no idea about that people were having people be jerks, because on console, at least my current experience, I never had anyone be a jerk to me. So I was like, well, why do people want solo mode? But yes, I do agree, the training mode, the training mode needs to be sky's the limit better. As you can see me playing around in the training mode, there's not much. I can't practice dropping, I can't practice shooting and moving target, I can't practice all the attachments that come on these guns. Like, that, in my opinion, is a priority. You know, like, make people play the game better, because I do see a lot of people in my comments, they were talking about, you know, not wanting to be a burden, not wanting to be that shitty teammate because they have no place to practice. Your only practice is going into the game and losing a bunch of times, and that's not always the best way to get people involved into a game, because it's like, oh, well, how do you learn? Well, you go die a lot, and not everyone can learn and break down their gameplay and what they could have done better, you know, from losing consistently within dropping in hotspots, not knowing that there are actually hotspots, because the game doesn't tell you that this is a high tier versus a mid tier when you're dropping. You just have to know that, you know. So I think that they could do a lot better on that front. But again, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.